My name is Alex. I'm 32, and 3 years ago I walked out on my family. No calls, no birthdays, no holidays. At the time, I told myself distance would hurt less than sitting invisible at their table. But this Thanksgiving, I came back. I thought success, money, and stability would finally buy me the respect I had always wanted. I was wrong. Being the youngest of four didn't mean being cherished. It meant being forgotten. My mother, Eleanor, had favorites. Julia, the eldest, was the golden one. 3 kids, a house nearby, endlessly reliable. Claire, the middle sister, became a nurse. Mom boasted about her patience and sacrifices. Matthew, the only son, dropped out of college but was celebrated as practical. His failures were softened into family anecdotes. Mine were engraved as flaws. I wanted more than Ohio's small-town limits. I dreamed of campaigns, marketing, something bigger. But whenever I shared my plans, Mom pursed her lips. "That's nice, honey, but don't forget what really matters. Family." My degree was dismissed with, "When will you give me grandchildren?" My promotions? Money isn't everything. When I announced I was moving to Chicago, silence fell. Julia called me selfish. Claire said there were jobs closer. Mom hugged me like she was burying a daughter she never understood. Only Matthew smiled. In Chicago, I tried to stay connected, but every call drifted back to Julia's children, Claire's long shifts, or Matthew's marriage. My own life became background noise until, eventually, I stopped calling altogether. Chicago swallowed me at first, but work gave me something to hold on to. I buried myself in campaigns, pushing harder each year. Within 3 years, I was a marketing director at a Fortune 500 company. 6 figures, a team of 15, and my name attached to projects that made headlines. On paper, I was everything my family had said I couldn't be: stable, accomplished, important. So when Mom called that November, her voice softer than I remembered, hope cracked through the walls I'd built. She said Julia's kids kept asking about their aunt. She said it would mean everything if we were all together again, for the first time in years. I believed maybe I had earned my place. I prepared like my life depended on it. A first-class flight, a sleek black rental, clothes pressed sharp, gifts too, an iPad for Mom, a console for Julia's kids, a spa package for Claire, new appliances for Matthew and his wife. I told myself it wasn't showing off, it was proof I cared. The night before leaving, I called my best friend Naomi. "Alex, success doesn't change people overnight," she warned. I laughed it off. "They'll have to respect me now." But even as I said it, doubt lingered. When I pulled into the driveway, it looked smaller than I remembered. The house sagged with time. Mom hugged me at the door. "You look professional," she said. Julia's hug was distracted. Claire's comment edged with sarcasm. Only Matthew introduced me proudly. And then I saw the table, 7 chairs for 8 people. The missing chair shouldn't have mattered, but when Claire pointed to the old kitchen stool, heat rose in my neck. That stool, too short, too wobbly, had followed me through childhood like a reminder I never truly belonged. I forced a smile and sat lower than everyone else, half inside the circle, half out. Dinner unfolded with a rhythm I knew too well. Julia boasted about PTA meetings. Claire described a patient who pulled through. Matthew shared plans for his workshop. Mom's eyes lit up at each story. I waited for someone to ask about me. No one did. Finally, I broke the silence. My team just launched a campaign that created 200 new jobs here in Ohio. For a heartbeat, I thought pride might spark in Mom's eyes. Instead, Claire muttered, "Money isn't everything." Julia added, "Some people forget what matters." And Mom, with her familiar precision, said, "Family comes first." Something inside me cracked. If we're talking about family, maybe I should mention I've been paying Mom's bills for 2 years. Forks froze. Mom's eyes widened. I explained, the rent after she sold the house, the utilities, even Matthew's insurance. For once, the room was quiet. But instead of gratitude, Mom's voice cut cold. "You think money earns love? You don't deserve a seat at this table." I stood. The stool scraped against tile. Then I won't fight for one anymore, I said. I'll choose where I sit and who chooses me back. That night I finally walked away, not invisible but free,